Welcome to Flourish, where we explore how to nurture, coach, and inspire children for success and let their genius blossom. I'm your host, Diane Planidin, and today is kind of going to be a more difficult discussion in the big picture because I didn't know if I should bring up what's up. And what I mean by that is, what is going on in the world? Where are we going? What are we doing? Those questions came to mind when people were sharing stories, videos, even shows that were full of profanity. And I didn't get it. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure we can all communicate in some way, shape, or form without swearing. And without swearing in front of our children specifically. So some people have asked me about this show, and it's like, well, I'm not a parent. Well, my children have grown up. Well, it's not really relevant to me. And I'm going to say, well, yes, it is. Because what's up with all the profanity, all the swearing? And I get that that is how a lot of people speak, but it doesn't speak to everyone. And it's not appropriate all the time, especially when you're speaking to children, especially when viral videos are out there of children swearing and people think it's funny. It's not funny. It is not funny. As adults, we have a choice on how to say, what to say, every step of the way. Because we are in control of ourselves. And I'm going to say past the age of 35, well, you've learned your lessons well, and you've formed your habits. So why laughing about children swearing profanities? It's not funny. It's not funny. What's up? What's going on, people? Tell me. Please share with me why people are communicating this way now to children. I'm not talking about communicating back and forth to adults. I'm talking to children. You know, last winter, I was out skating, and it was a beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Bright and sunny, and the pond was frozen, and I'm excited, and we've got the family going out skating, and we're going to have a wonderful time. And as we are putting on our skates, I see another family. It was a dad with two sons, maybe 7 and 9, best guess. And those two boys, well, they were just laying out the profanities like it was their mother tongue. And that made me sad. And that made me wonder what the dad was thinking. Was he thinking, boys, let boys be boys? Was he thinking, I can't control those two. They're out of control. Or was he thinking, hey, that's kind of funny? I will never know. But my point was, if adults can't teach children how to communicate without profanities, without swearing, what do they expect? What do they expect they will receive in return? What would you think of your child swearing at you? Not so nice, is it? What would you think if, your boss started swearing at you? Oh, well, he's the boss. She's the boss. That's the way it is. And I would say, what's up? What on earth is going on here that we can't communicate without swearing? I'm going to say, animation, points, expression, maybe when you just can't find another word. But seriously, think before you speak to your child, or think before you, I'm going to say, ignore your child and ignore how they're expressing themselves, because there could be a deeper reason. There could be the fact that they don't know how else to communicate, because that's how they've been listening to you, or their peers, or their teachers, or. You got to get to the root of this, because something's up. And it might be you, mom and dad, or it might be the bully across the street. Seriously, nobody ever taught how to communicate. So what's up, everybody? What's going on? And I understand it's part of language now, but it shouldn't be part of our etiquette. I don't recall anywhere Emily Post talking about teaching people poor etiquette. She talks about please and thank you, to the point where she gives great examples of parents, teachers, mentors speaking to a child saying, pass me the salt. And that's it. No please, no thank you. Aha! But she goes on to say, when a child asks you to pass the salt, pass me the salt. As an adult, what do you automatically do? Please, say please. And then you pass the salt. If they don't say thank you, you're jumping down their throat. Thank you. Say thank you. Number 1, monkey see, monkey do. If you expect that, then you must say that. You must give the same etiquette and accord, regardless of who you're speaking to. It may not even be a child, but I know it's going through your mind. It is, because when when I see people pouncing on children, say please, say please, say please, check in with yourself. What are you saying? Write it out, figure it out, I don't know. But what are you saying? Are you saying please? Pass the salt, please. If you are, fantastic. If your child says, pass the salt, and doesn't say please, I would suggest, instead of jumping, say please, say please, say please, you mind your manners. And you hold the salt. I'm just giving a minor example here. You say nothing, and you wait, and you pause, and you give them that opportunity. You give them the opportunity to remember. And then if they don't remember, a gentle reminder. A gentle reminder. What do we say? Or, yes, please. Yes, please. And you pass the salt. And thank you. Thank you. Let's be gracious. Let's remind ourselves we have some manners. Profanity is not cool or hip or neat. There's nothing cool or hip or neat about it. And I understand some people never learned how to talk. Or for me growing up, if somebody said a swear word, it was in another language. So I didn't know. I didn't know. So maybe teach yourself a different language. I don't know. But if you really feel the need, please look around. Look around you. Are you with children? Are you going to influence them? Think about it, please, please, please. Because manners will never go out of style. Manners are timeless. And there is an entire philosophy behind this. And there's entire cultures that they don't even have profanities because they use the art of communication. Listen. Listen, listen, listen. Listen to your children. Listen to what they're saying. And pause. And wait. And give them the opportunity. Stay focused. Use your own manners. And I'm not making any of this up. This is all since the beginning of time. That you do not need profanity to gather attention. You do not need to speak louder to grasp attention. You need to speak to others, especially children, how you want to be spoken to. But I'm still putting out that question there. What's up? What's going on? What is going on with our society? Because as we continue to have a global pandemic, it's more important than ever to just step back, remember what's important, remember what's precious, and use this time that we've all been given to have a positive influence, to have positive thoughts, and stay as positive as humanly possible. And it can all start with a please and thank you. Because that's how you communicate. You don't have to yell. You don't have to swear. You can get your message across just fine. Because when we want to draw out the best in others, the best in our children, to let them flourish and grow and blossom, we need to remember we are all in this together, and we can come out the other end all the way through stronger, better, with a few more manners. That'd be nice. Because we're all born with a gift. We're all born with purpose. Life's journey is to hone and develop that gift as purpose changes within. And I want everybody to know that you are in control of yourself and you are influencing your children every time you open your mouth and say something. In closing, I'm going to share a quote with you that I believe summarizes what I want to say. And it was a TED Talk by Evy Poumpouras. And she said, "How you define yourself is your choice. How others define you is their choice. It's up to you to decide which definition you prefer." I really, really love that because it speaks to self-empowerment and it speaks to owning yourself, living with yourself, living with your words and your impressions. And if you can sleep at night knowing that you did your best and you're trying really, really hard, that's great. Because really, how you define yourself will impact on how your children will develop and define themselves. Live well, my friends. We'll see you next week.